The number of single people is increasing, so services for singles are also increasing. For example, solo barbecues, private gyms, private saunas, solo golf, solo camping, solo movies, solo karaoke, solo table tennis, solo weddings, and so on. Gradually, couples are becoming a minority in Japan. Meshida jokes about Japan. Last year, the Cabinet Office released data on young people's love lives. 66% of men in their 20s have no wife or girlfriend, and 40% have never dated. Women in their 20s show a similar trend, with 51% having no husband or boyfriend, and 25% having never dated. The rate of women dating is probably higher due to Papa-Katsu or Daddy activity. So, to get more men in their 20s dating, we should promote mommy activity. Even more surprising is that 34% of men in their 30s and 21% of women in their 30s have zero dating experience. Many young people who don't date in their 20s continue that way into their 30s. So now, among college students, there is a widespread belief that if you don't have a partner while you are still in college, you will be single for the rest of your life. In Japan, the amateur leagues for romance have disappeared, leaving only the professional league. Therefore, only the top 30% of professional romance players can have a go. For the rest of the amateur romantics, romance has become something to watch or enjoy playing in a game. Today, I would like to talk about 4 reasons why young Japanese people are not dating anymore. Meshida. Hey guys, it's Meshida. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm a comedian and I introduce funny Japanese culture. If you are interested in that, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and please check out my Patreon page too. Now, I'm organizing my solo English stand-up comedy show in Tokyo. If you come to Tokyo, please come to my show. And if you are interested in that, please check out the link below. So, see you in Tokyo. Meshida. According to a survey by the Cabinet Office, 32% of men and 53% of women living alone who are working have annual incomes of less than 3 million yen, and for those living in a large city, the living expenses, including rent, are higher. So, disposable income is considerably less. This is especially true in Japanese society, where it is customary for men to pay on dates. For low-income men, the hurdle to asking a woman out on a date is quite high. Furthermore, dating apps are free for women, but men have to pay for them. Despite being a patriarchy for low-income men, this country is a society that places women first. Women with low incomes tend to seek stable partners who are better paid than they are. So, men who don't earn much money are completely out of the picture. However, women with high incomes also seek men with higher incomes than themselves. To these high-earning women, low-income men are like trash. In Japan, low-income Japanese men might be pushing for feminism and equality in dating more than the women. Unfortunately, feminist women may also like high-income men. By the way, I will turn 35 this year. I quit my job to become a comedian and have a low income, so I know exactly how they feel. It is normal for men in their 30s to pay for the date. If I go on a date, I cannot afford my rent. That's why I don't ask women out and I don't do dating apps. Now, my mental health is so great because no woman can say no to me. It's wonderful. I don't waste money on unnecessary dates anymore because I don't ask anyone out. No one will ask me out. Meshida. Among both men and women, roughly 1 in 4 singles in their 30s who have never been married say they have no desire to get married. I understand how they feel because I'm also a single person in my 30s and I always answer, I have no desire to get married. When I look at the married people around me, only a few of them seem to be happily married. Most of the married couples seem to have no time for themselves and are forced to stay married due to societal pressure. And nowadays, many people often say that marriage is not worth the various costs. However, it's also too expensive to stay single. To be honest, for many in their 30s who answer like me, I have no desire to get married. I think they are just putting on a brave front. But in reality, they have given up on marriage because there is no demand. It's like a modern version of Aesop's sour grapes fable.
Meshida.
It is said that one of the reasons for the fall in young people going on dates is that, unlike a decade ago, there is no longer a need to go out on dates for entertainment. There is now a much wider variety of other entertainment available which can be enjoyed alone. This is especially true in Japan, where the number of single people is increasing, so services for singles are also increasing. For example, solo barbecues, private gyms, private saunas, solo golf, solo camping, solo movies, solo karaoke, solo table tennis, solo weddings, and so on. Gradually, couples are becoming a minority in Japan. Maybe this will finally stop Japan's high rate of adultery. In the past, you had to be with your partner to do things. Now, you can do it all by yourself. Thanks to technology, sexual intercourse is also more enjoyable alone. Having physical sex between humans is obsolete in Japan. In the future, dating will be something for people with attachment issues.
Meshida.
Sociologist Kanama Daisuke says that one of the reasons why young people do not date is because the number of people with good child syndrome has increased. A young person with good child syndrome is a person who is honest, earnest, and has a good attitude, cooperative, and listens well to others. Does exactly what they are told. However, they also have these characteristics. They do not express their own opinions, and even if they do, say only what is obvious. They never take the lead. They always try to follow someone else. In classes and meetings, they stay at the back of the room to hide their presence. They do their best to blend in and never make a scene. But why do they act this way? Because they don't want to stand out. They don't want to be disliked. They don't want to make their own decisions. They are afraid of people's feelings or emotions towards them. You might think that this sounds like a typical Japanese person. Yes, Japan's education system has finally succeeded in manufacturing clones. Anyway, they are afraid of negative emotions directed at their feelings. They are always watching others and reading the atmosphere as best they can to avoid being disliked. For them, love is something that requires a constant concern for the feelings of others. So, love is a risk factor that causes mental instability. Many romantically addicted women try to give young people advice. They say, love is good. You have to fall in love. And young people are learning from them. They see how mentally unstable they are and the quality of men they date. And decide never to go on a date. So, what do you think about this? Please write your comments below. I always try to read all your comments.
Meshida.
Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and please check out my Patreon page too.